cowboys, horses, blind shooting, and a whole bunch of outlaws. It might sound like a recipe for disaster, right? If you've ever watched movies set in this era, you'd likely conjure up images of sheriffs, saloons, and men sporting cowboy hats and impressively long mustaches. But did the Wild West always resemble this cinematic portrayal? To be fair, the Wild West was undeniably a challenging time to live in. It was filled with frequent brawls and conflicts, raising the question of how people managed to stay safe in such an environment. Amidst all the chaos, there were also numerous discoveries and extensive travels that played a significant role in shaping our world today. Are you curious about what life actually looked like back then? Did it match the movie depictions? Fortunately, we've got some historical photos to shed light on the reality. Keep watching, and you'll get a glimpse of what it was truly like. The notorious Jesse James. As previously mentioned, the Wild West was infamous for its outlaws and the chaotic bar brawls that often erupted. Among these notorious figures, one name that looms large is Jesse James. In his day, Jesse James was not just any outlaw. He held the dubious honor of being the most relentlessly pursued one. To say that Jesse James earned a notorious reputation would be an understatement. He was a true embodiment of criminality. His life's story paints a dark portrait of a man who wore many sinister hats. He was not only an outlaw but also a guerrilla fighter, a mastermind behind bank and train robberies, a formidable gang leader, and, regrettably, a murderer. It's no wonder people of that era lived in fear of his presence. Jesse James, born in Missouri, forged an inseparable bond with his brother. Together, they gave rise to the infamous James Younger Gang, a partnership that seemed unbreakable. Accused of committing heinous acts against Union soldiers during the war, including a series of audacious robberies, they were staunch bushwhacker Confederates. This duo was a force to be reckoned with, and crossing paths with them was a perilous proposition in the Wild West. The tales of Jesse James and his gang only add to the mystique and intrigue of that bygone era. Olive Ann Oatman. Have you ever wondered about the identity of the woman in this intriguing photograph? The enigmatic figure captured in this rare image is none other than Olive Ann Oatman. Her story is a harrowing one that begins with the tragic events of 1851, when her family, hailing from Illinois, fell victim to a brutal fate. At the tender age of 14, Olive, along with her sister, found themselves in a dire predicament, having been captured by the Tolkapaya, a Native American tribe from present-day Arizona. Subsequently, they were sold to another tribe known as the Mojave people. Tragically, Olive's sister succumbed to hunger after enduring several years with the Mojave, a devastating loss that she would carry with her. However, fortune smiled upon Olive as she eventually managed to return to American society after spending an arduous 5 years in captivity among the Mojave. Her ordeal, though shrouded in mystery and misconception, would go on to capture the imagination of the public, with her tale being dramatically retold through various mediums, such as speeches, novels, plays, movies, and poetry. Even to this day, many remain unaware of the true events that unfolded during her captivity. But the striking tattoos adorning her face, the handiwork of the Mojave, became a focal point in a media narrative that continued long after her release from imprisonment. The story of Olive Ann Oatman serves as a haunting and compelling chapter in the annals of American history. Apache spirit dancers. Do you recall those old Western cartoons featuring scenes of Native Americans performing dances that seemingly summoned rain? Well, as it turns out, those dances were not mere figments of creative imagination. They were very much real. The captivating image you're viewing depicts the Apache spirit dancers, a group comprising members from various Native American tribes originating in the southwestern United States. These tribes face the formidable challenge of adapting to the harsh conditions of their respective territories while relying on the land for sustenance. Surviving in these environments was no small feat, particularly when it came to procuring food sources. In response to the unforgiving climate and the need for protection, the Apache spirit dancers developed a unique belief system. They held the belief that their dances possessed the power to summon spirits from the underground realm, and these spirits were seen as guardians and protectors of the Apache people. This fascinating aspect of Native American culture and spirituality adds depth to the portrayal of such dances in popular culture, shedding light on their significance and the historical context in which they originated. Buffalo Bill's Wild West Show. Buffalo Bill's Wild West Show, a name you've encountered frequently in these photos, might have piqued your curiosity about what kind of spectacle it actually was. This iconic show stands out as one of the most influential and celebrated of its kind, known for its extraordinary showmanship that left audiences in awe. Buffalo Bill's Wild West Show earned its reputation for being a wild and unforgettable experience that epitomized the essence of the Old West. But who was Buffalo Bill himself? William Frederick. Buffalo Bill Cody, as he was known, was not a wilderness adventurer, but rather a scout and bison hunter. Nevertheless, he played a pivotal role in this captivating show. These shows were essentially a series of traveling exhibitions that romanticized and celebrated American frontier life. Their diverse acts included thrilling reenactments, showcasing various aspects of frontier existence, and a wide array of other performances. One of their standout acts was the dramatic reenactment of the incident of Warbonnet Creek, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. These shows were like a dynamic circus, offering something to captivate and entertain every member of the audience, ensuring that no one would ever leave bored. Buffalo Bill's Wild West Show truly embodied the spirit of adventure and excitement that defined the era of the Old West. Rose Dunn. Another intriguing character from the annals of Western history is none other than Rose Dunn, a woman who earned her place among the legends of the Wild West. At a mere 15 years of age, Rose Dunn, also known as Cimarron, found herself romantically entangled with an infamous outlaw named George Bitter Creek Newcomb. Notably, Rose possessed both striking beauty and an unflappable demeanor that endeared her to everyone in Newcomb's gang. It's hard to deny her captivating allure, which certainly left an impression. Trouble ensued when Newcomb's gang clashed with U.S. Marshals, resulting in a deadly shootout that forced the gang, including Rose Dunn, into hiding. As the story goes, Newcomb and another member of the gang eventually ventured back to visit Rose Dunn, a decision that proved fateful. In a swift and ruthless turn of events, Dunn's own brothers confronted the outlaws and shot them on the spot. Remarkably, Dunn's brothers then claimed the substantial $5,000 bounty offered for Newcomb's capture, as he was wanted either dead or alive. Intriguingly, legend has it that Dunn may have played a role in setting up Newcomb's ill-fated return, but like many mysteries of the Old West, the full truth remains shrouded in the sands of time. The tale of Rose Dunn, her involvement with outlaws, and the enigmatic circumstances surrounding Newcomb's demise only add to the mystique and allure of the Wild West. Fanny Porter. In the rugged and lawless terrain of the Old West, outlaws and brothels often formed an unholy alliance. But there was one notable exception to this rule: Fanny Porter. You might be wondering what set her apart from the typical proprietors of such establishments. Well, the surprising twist in her story is that she was once an ex-streetwalker herself. However, Fanny Porter garnered a level of respect and admiration from many criminals that was truly unique. Despite her previous profession, she was renowned for her warmth and sincerity, qualities that endeared her to outlaws across the West. Discretion was a code of conduct she upheld with utmost diligence, and it was this very discretion that endeared her to a legion of outlaw hearts. Unlike many others in her line of work, she never betrayed her customers, which earned her unwavering loyalty. Among the notorious Wild Bunch gang, Fanny Porter was a beloved figure, and she counted some of the most infamous outlaws of the era among her clientele. Butch Cassidy, Kid Curry, and the Sundance Kid were among her frequent visitors. Adding to her reputation, she even brought more women into the fold, introducing them to the exciting and dangerous world of outlaws. The photograph you see captures Laura Bullion, a member of the Wild Bunch, who is known to have worked at Fanny Porter's brothel for a period. Laura's story, like so many others from that era, is a testament to the entwined lives of outlaws, brothels, and the enigmatic women who navigated this intriguing and perilous landscape, the first ever saloon. Saloons were undeniably the beating heart of social life in the Old West, catering to a diverse array of patrons that included cowboys, fur trappers, soldiers, miners, and countless others. These establishments were the epicenters of camaraderie, celebration, and of course, vice. But have you ever wondered where the very first saloon in the Old West was established? You might be surprised to learn that the roots of this iconic Western institution can be traced back to Wyoming in 1822. While it initially took root in Wyoming, the saloon phenomenon quickly spread like wildfire throughout the American frontier, becoming an integral part of the region's cultural landscape. By the time 1880 rolled around, saloons had firmly established themselves as one of the most popular types of establishments in the West. Bartenders, in particular, held a revered status during this era. They took immense pride in not only the appearance of their saloons, but also their ability to skillfully pour drinks for their discerning clientele. These bartenders were often seen as pillars of their communities, and their saloons served as more than just places to wet one's whistle. In reality, many of these saloons were multifunctional establishments that catered to a wide range of interests. Beyond serving drinks, they provided spaces for gambling, offered accommodations for those in need, and yes, sometimes even hosted opium dens. The Old West Saloon was a place where people from all walks of life could converge, and it remains an enduring symbol of an era characterized by both lawlessness and a sense of unbridled adventure. Charging Thunder. Among the Native Americans who became part of Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, Charging Thunder stands out as a notable figure. At the tender age of 26, this Lakota chief decided to join the entourage, embarking on a unique adventure. During his time with the Wild West show, Charging Thunder formed a connection that transcended the boundaries of culture and background. He found love within the ranks of the show, marrying one of the American horse trainers. Their union was a testament to the power of human connection, defying the odds and bringing together two individuals from vastly different worlds. Following his stint with Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, Charging Thunder's life took an unexpected turn. He made the decision to become a British citizen, embracing a new chapter in his life. His post-show career led him to Manchester's Bellevue Circus, where he pursued a career as an elephant trainer. However, Charging Thunder's journey didn't stop there. As time went on, he grew weary of the circus life and sought a different path. He made a bold decision to transition from the world of entertainment and became a factory worker. This change in occupation was accompanied by yet another transformation. He adopted the name George Edward Williams. Myman. The Native American gentleman featured in this photograph is named Myman, and he belonged to the Mojave Native community. During the 19th century, particularly in the 1870s in Colorado, Myman played a crucial role as a guide interpreter. His services were highly valued by a photographer named Timothy O Sullivan, who worked alongside him to capture the beauty of the American West. Timothy O Sullivan had a distinctive approach to photography that set him apart from his contemporaries. Unlike other photographers of his time, O'Sullivan was not inclined to photograph Native Americans in a studio setting. Instead, he sought to portray them in a more authentic and natural environment, reflecting the true essence of their way of life. In addition to his work with Native Americans, O'Sullivan was also known for his striking nature photographs, capturing the untamed beauty of the wilderness. His portfolio extended to documenting Civil War battlefields, a subject that required immense courage and determination. Aboriginal life among the Navajo Indians near Old Fort Defiance, New Mexico. This photograph, captured by Timothy O Sullivan, entitled Aboriginal Life Among the Navajo Indians near Old Fort Defiance, New Mexico, dates back to 1873. In this striking image, we are given a glimpse into the daily life of the Navajo people in the vicinity of the abandoned military post in the Old Wild West. The Navajo Indians were renowned for their formidable and intelligent character, and they held the distinction of being one of the wealthiest indigenous tribes in the United States. Upon closer examination of the photograph, one can observe the corn crops that they skillfully cultivated and the traditional looms employed in the creation of their distinctive blankets. Their resourcefulness and craftsmanship shine through in this captivating portrayal of Navajo life during that era. Doc Holliday. Among the notable figures of the Wild West, Doc Holliday stands out as an all-around man with a reputation for his skills in various fields. Surprisingly, in addition to his well-known prowess as a gunfighter, Holliday was also a dentist and a gambler. This might come as a bit of a surprise given his tough exterior and reputation as a gunslinger. Holliday's journey into the dental profession began at the age of 20 when he became a dentist. However, his life took a drastic turn when he was diagnosed with tuberculosis, which led him to relocate to Arizona and pursue a career in gambling. Over time, he gained a deadly reputation as a gunman, and it became evident that he couldn't distance himself from the gun. As a result, he embraced this aspect of his life and carried it with him until the end of his days. Doc Holliday's multifaceted life serves as a testament to the diverse and often unpredictable paths taken by individuals in the Wild West. Timothy O. Sullivan. Timothy O. Sullivan, the renowned photographer of Native Americans in the Old West, holds a special place in the history of photography. Born on Staten Island, New York, O'Sullivan's journey in the world of photography began during the Civil War, where he gained recognition for his influential work. His talent and passion for capturing images would eventually lead him to become one of the most influential photographers of his time. In 1871, O'Sullivan embarked on a new chapter in his career by joining a geological survey team. This role provided him with the incredible opportunity to travel extensively across the United States, where he meticulously documented the landscapes and cultures he encountered. One of his notable photography ventures was in the pueblos of the Cañón de Chelly, a location that would become synonymous with his work. What set O'Sullivan apart from his contemporaries was his remarkable ability to convey the essence of the Old West through his lens. His photographs authentically depicted the era, capturing the rugged beauty and spirit of the American frontier. Pagosa Hot Springs. The captivating image before you captures the timeless beauty of the Pagosa Hot Springs in Colorado. It's remarkable to note that these hot springs, which held such significance in the past, continue to exist and welcome visitors to this day. In the era depicted in the photograph, personal hygiene was a matter of great importance, and these hot springs played a pivotal role in the pursuit of cleanliness and well-being. People from all walks of life were drawn to these therapeutic waters, believing in the healing properties of the natural minerals found within. The gentleman featured in the photo, like countless others, may have turned to the hot springs for their reputed medicinal benefits. John CH Grabel. Let's delve into the world of another remarkable photographer, John CH Grabel, known for his captivating images primarily captured in the Dakota Territory. Alongside his work in the field, Grabel also operated a photography studio in the bustling city of Chicago. The photograph currently before you showcases the iconic Deadwood coach, a symbol deeply entrenched in the annals of history and perhaps one of the most renowned stagecoaches to ever exist. This stagecoach holds a unique distinction, having been prominently featured by none other than Buffalo Bill in his renowned shows, captivating audiences on both sides of the Atlantic in Europe and America. Sturgis, South Dakota. This captivating photograph provides a glimpse into the rugged frontier life of Sturgis, South Dakota, a snapshot preserved within the archives of the Library of Congress. The talented photographer responsible for this remarkable image is none other than John C.H. Grabel. As you take in the scene, it's hard not to ponder whether you could endure life in such a challenging environment for an extended period. The Dakota Territory was primarily inhabited by a diverse array of individuals, including prospectors, cowboys, hunters, and hard-working teams of oxen, each contributing to the rich tapestry of this rugged frontier. The Rodeo Queens. It may surprise you, but the rodeo in the Old West wasn't just the domain of cowboys. There were some incredibly brave women who joined in the action too. The ladies you see in this photo are known as the rodeo cowgirls or the rodeo queens. Among the most famous cowgirls of that era were remarkable women like Calamity Jane, Dale Evans, and Annie Oakley. These trailblazing women proved that they could do anything the men could, demonstrating the true power of girl power. Bill Duan. Bill Duan, a notorious figure from the American Old West, was a prominent outlaw and the leader of the Wild Bunch Gang. Born in Arkansas in 1858, he eventually turned to a life of crime, engaging in numerous bank and train robberies across Oklahoma and the surrounding territories. Dulan's criminal activities pitted him against law enforcement, earning him a reputation as one of the most wanted men in the region. However, his life of crime came to an end on August 25, 1896, in a dramatic shootout with U.S. Deputy Marshals in Lawson, Oklahoma. The gunfight that unfolded that day marked the conclusion of Bill Doolan's criminal career as he succumbed to his injuries. His death signaled the end of the saga of a notorious outlaw who had cast a shadow over the American West during the late 19th century. Utah Big Cottonwood Power Station. Here's another breathtaking view captured in a photograph. This image showcases the Utah Big Cottonwood Power Station, nestled in the picturesque surroundings of Salt Lake City, Utah. In the photograph, you can observe the Pelton wheel in action at the Stairs Power Station. If you're a nature enthusiast, this location near the Big Cottonwood Canyon would undoubtedly be a paradise for you. The canyon itself offers fantastic opportunities for outdoor activities such as fishing, and its natural beauty has remained unspoiled over the years. Johnny Ringo. Curious to discover who held the title of the Old West's most notorious outlaw? Look no further than Johnny Ringo. Johnny, along with his gang, known as the Cochise County Boys, struck fear into the hearts of many during that era. Their involvement in the infamous shootout with Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday solidified their reputation as the wild and menacing group of Tombstone, Arizona. Quite a tale to remember. Villa of Bruley, captured by John CH Grabel, this photograph showcases the Villa of Bruley in the vicinity of Pine Ridge, South Dakota. An impressive Indian camp was set up on this villa, and as you can see, the landscape is dotted with teepees. Take a guess, how many teepees can you count in this remarkable 1891 snapshot? It's like stepping into the pages of a historical photo book. The railroad workers. During the Old West era, railroads played a significant role, and it's hard to recall a Western movie without a memorable railroad scene. However, the construction of these railroads wouldn't have been possible without the tireless efforts of the railroad workers. Unfortunately, due to labor disputes and financial challenges, many companies failed to provide suitable accommodations for Chinese workers, leading to their excessive workload and challenging working conditions. The Gypsies. In the Old West, just like many other aspects of that time, fortune-telling was a popular pastime. When you hear the term fortune teller, what typically comes to mind are gypsies or Romany people. Common methods of fortune-telling included tarot card reading, palm reading, and crystallomancy, where crystal spheres were used to predict one's future. Interestingly, many of these fortune-telling methods are still practiced today. The respectable madams. Prostitution was prevalent in the Old West, despite being mostly illegal. Brothels were openly operating, and some reputable madams even contributed a significant portion of their earnings to the community. Given the solitary and harsh conditions in the gold mines, the presence of prostitutes and madams provided companionship and comfort to many. Exploring the Old West through these captivating photographs offers a glimpse into a bygone era filled with rugged landscapes, daring outlaws, and resilient pioneers. Do you have a favorite image from this collection? Or perhaps a burning question about life in the Old West? Feel free to share your thoughts and curiosities in the comments below. If you're hungry for more intriguing glimpses into history through rare photos, remember to like this video and subscribe to support us. Until next time, bye.